So today we are going to see about automatic scaling and monitoring. As the name itself says that automatically scale and monitor. How we are going to scale and monitor automatically. So we'll go to one. We are going to see about load balancing, CloudWatch, easy to auto scaling in this module. And at the end of this module, you will come to know about what is CloudWatch, what is auto scaling, and what are the areas to be improved. Next, elastic load balancer. What is this elastic load balancer? As the name itself says, load, that is balance the load. Balance the load means what? Here something called ELB, which is going to distribute the traffic, which is going to distribute the traffic, that is users traffic which is reaching. It is going to distribute the traffic to the particular resource. So it's not like one workload should be given to the same person. It's not like all the workload should be given to the same person, right? We have to split and give it, right? So for that we can able to use this one called elastic load balancer. Now first we'll go for this one. Now elastic load balancer, as the name also says, like as I told you, it's going to distribute the incoming traffic. It's going to distribute the incoming traffic, incoming application or network traffic across multiple targets. Now what are these targets means? These are all the targets. These are all the targets. We call this as target group. We call this as target group. That means the traffic can be sent to an EC2, which is a server. The traffic can be sent to a container, which is again a server. It can be sent to an IP address, only particular IP address, only particular system, or it can be sent to a Lambda function, which is a short form. So first, elastic load balancer will decide whom I can send the traffic, whom I can send the traffic. So it scales your load balancer as traffic to the application changes over time. When the traffic is increasing, it will change it. For example, here it is already 50% used. Here it is 20% used. Here it is 10% used. Here it is 15% used. Now next traffic is coming. Next user is coming. Whom will it send first? That is 50% is occupied. The EC2 is occupied. Then again containers 20%. Then IP address 10%. Then Lambda function 15%. So whom it will send the traffic first? Like for your example, you have DMart, right? You have DMart. In the DMart, you are able to see there are a lot of queues are there. A lot of queues are there where it's not like only one cashier, everyone will go. So other person will be there, a supervisor or somebody will be there. He will just send the traffic, redirect the traffic. He will just redirect the traffic. He will just redirect the traffic towards the whichever is free. Correct now? So same thing here. So whom they will send the traffic? What do you think? What do you think? Whom they will send the traffic? Prajul didn't show me. Pankaj. Huh? Tejan saw everything. Tejan is laughing. Hey, why today also you didn't bring the charger? Why? Without using wire, what will do? Hey, this isn't a laziness, man. This isn't a laziness. What? We are not carrying. Everyone are carrying, right? You are coming by bike. You're coming by bike only, right? Then what? Then what? No, no. Tomorrow you cannot say this reason. Tomorrow you have to sit in this system. Then. So where they will send the traffic? Let us say first before they send the traffic, they have to decide whether who can able to answer that question. For example, this EC2 instance can able to take more workload and more data will be there. Containers less data when compared to EC2. IP address only one system, so it will be having less. Again, Lambda is just 1 second or 2 seconds, 15 minutes only it will be work, and it will mainly for short questions it will be working. So first it will check which question can able to answer by whom. Then if it is fully occupied, then it will move to the next one. Then it will move to the next one. Then it will move to the next one. Okay. Now this elastic load balancer, it's mainly the incoming traffic of the network traffic across multiple targets. Just now I mentioned single availability zone or multiple availability zones. It can able to send the traffic to one availability zone or two availability zones also. So it will mainly helping you to scale your load balancer traffic to your application, which is changing over time. Now, what are the types of load balancers? There are three types of load balancer. One is application load balancer, next network load balancer, next one is classic load balancer. So first what we have to do, load balancing of HTTP, HTTPS traffic will be there. That means HTTP and HTTPS traffic should be enabled to manage by application load balancer, which will be, it's a common one. This is a common one which will be always using. It routes the traffic mainly to the targets based on the content of request. Just now I told you what content they are requesting. Based on that, they will send the traffic. Now it operates at the application layer, and it's the main architecture. It will take care of microservices and containers also. It will take care of the microservices and containers also. Mostly we'll be using this ALB for all the applications, small applications, medium applications. When you want this network load balances, the next one which is high, you can see TCP UDP traffic, where extreme performance is where extreme performance is required. Where extreme performance is required. So it routes the targets based on the IP protocol, what protocol we are selecting. Then it can also can able to handle millions of requests per second. Millions of requests means what? At the same time they can handle multiple requests. Multiple requests it can able to handle. Control millions of requests per second while maintaining ultra low level latency, and is mainly optimized to handle sudden violated traffic. That means what? Sudden crowd is coming, sudden traffic is coming, we can able to handle this, and it can able to handle millions of requests. IP protocol mainly on target based, it can able to handle extreme performance. So most of the content request. Now the third one is classic load balancer. That is when you want to use classic load balancer is when this is a old one. This is the old one, but the thing is it will send the traffic only to EC2 instance, not to targets. As I already mentioned, targets are what? EC2 instance, containers, IP address, and lambda function. All together are called target groups. So, but elastic load balancer will send only to EC2 because it's a old one. After that only network load balancer and application load balancer was invented or created. Okay. So write these 3 points. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. These 3 points you write and keep it. Next we will be having a question and answer session on this to you to answer. Once you are done marked it, you just put a thumbs up symbol. Who is this pending? I didn't mark your attendance. But how I closed it actually? I just put the end now. You're done. You're done means just put a thumbs up symbol. You're done. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Now with this application load balancers and network load balancer, you can register targets in the target group. So first, the users will come first to the load balancer. Load balancer will check which availability zone I can able to do. Before going to the target, there is one more medium thing called mediator kind of thing called listener, which is like a PA for this elastic load balancer. Where the listener, what it will do, it will first to go and check whether the target is in a healthy condition or not. For example, an employee is joining newly. An employee is joining newly, and first the HR will introduce it to the manager. Correct? The manager will what he will do. The manager will first check whether the employee is good in that particular task or not. If not, he will not give the task. If not, he will not give the task. Correct? Now, same thing. If the employee is not healthy, is not good, is not well, he's got fever, will the manager will give the work to him? It's an urgent work, let us say, because it was customers, right? Customers are waiting. The manager will give the work to him. He's already getting fever. Yes or no, guys? Just tell in the chat box. Mention in the chat box. Will he give the work to him or not? Yes, Anthony, can you just reply? Yes, correct. Now, so he will not give the task to him. Same thing, this listener will load balancer. It will go and check the connection request. Load balancer route the traffic only to the healthy targets, only to the healthy targets only it will send. In case if we're trying to push a data, push a work to task to this guy, with this guy is not healthy, he will send the traffic to the next person who is healthy. Okay, so for that first the register the target groups first register in the load balancer, then the listener will check whether the target is in a healthy condition or not. So with classic load balancer you register instances with the load balancer. As I already told you, classic load balancer will take only EC2, but other things will take all the four. Other things will take all the four. Now next one. So why we want this elastic load balancer? Elastic load balancer uses cases. It's highly available for fault tolerance. Containerized application is mainly for containerized application. Elasticity and scalability. You can able to increase or decrease at any point of time. We can work with VPC and it can work with hybrid environments. That is both on premises and cloud. Both it will work, and it can invoke lambda functions also. You can able to invoke lambda functions also. Fault tolerance means what? If any issue happened also, it will be working. It will be working. Okay. Next, now you have to find out. So which one can be applied here? You must support traffic to a containerized application. Which one? Whether ALB or NLB network load balancer, application load balancer, or classic load balancer. Which one will come? What is the first one? Which one will support containerized applications? I asked you to write and keep it also. Just tell me the first answer, guys. You must support traffic to a containerized application. Which one? ALB, NLB, or CLB? Yes, Anthony, just check it. Let me know. ALB, huh? Yes, good. Next one. You have extremely spike and unpredictable traffic. Unpredictable traffic, I told you. Which one? ALB, NLB? Yes, NLB. Good. Next, you need simple load balancer with multiple protocols. Simple load balancer. Which one is a simple load balancer? Which one is a simple load balancer out of the three? CLB. Yes. Okay. Next, you need to support a static or elastic IP address or an IP target outside a VPC. Which one will work? Outside a VPC also it should work. Which one will take a very high level of load out of the three? Yes, NLB or CLB or ALB. Fast, fast, guys. NLB, yes. Next one, you need to load balancer that can handle millions of requests per second. This again, what is this? Millions of requests per second. Same, NLB, okay. Now, which one will take only HTTP requests, HTTPS requests, HTTPS requests, HTTPS requests, ALB. Yes, so ALB, NLB, CLB, NLB, NLB, ALB. Okay, let us check. So ALB, NLB, CLB, NLB, NLB, and ACLB. Is good, Anthony. So what we have mentioned is correct. So Amazon CloudWatch. Next one is Amazon CloudWatch. So already we have mentioned CloudWatch is nothing but the metrics we want to monitor. What are all the server is there? So in your dashboard, like in your task manager, you're able to see na CPU memory like that. We can able to track everything of your EC2 instance, your server and anything. Any resource, it can be S3 bucket or EC2 instance or whatever resource you want to track it from AWS of AWS, you can able to track it. So it is used to verify that the system is performing as expected and creates an alarm to initiate an action if metrics go outside an acceptable range. If it is go outside an acceptable range, like how you are saying you're fixing your budgets every month. Same thing, if your budget is more than that, we have to get an alarm. Next, access logs. You can also get the access logs details, capture detailed information about the how many number of requests came, what is the load balancer is doing, and all those things you can able to track it through CloudWatch. And you can able to save these logs also in the cloud trial. As cloud trial, what it will do, it's a storage space where it will keep all the log details, mainly the API interactions. That is who came, what he did, when he did, where he did. Every interactions will be captured in the cloud trial. So Cloud Trail is mainly about part of attached with CloudWatch only, and CloudWatch will show the metrics of what has happened. So this is also attached with load balancer. It can also able to track. That's your Cloud Trail, Cloud Logs, and CloudWatch. Coming to the end of this section, yes, Anthony, can you read it?
Yes, sir. Elastic load balancing distribute incoming application or network traffic across multiple targets in one or more availability zone.
Hmm.
Elastic load balancing support three types of load balancers: application load balancer, network load balancer, classic load balancer. ELB offers instance, health check, security, and monitoring.
Hmm. Okay. And next we'll go for a CloudWatch. As we already mentioned, CloudWatch is nothing but we are going to watch the cloud. Nothing easily you can understand. We can watch the cloud. What is happening in the cloud? What resources you are using? How we are using? How much we are using? All these things can be tracked. Just now I told you Amazon CloudWatch. Now monitoring is mainly to use AWS resources. We eventually specify what we are going to do with the monitoring tool. We are going to get the insights, correct? How what is happening. You need to get an insight of your resources. That is, how do you know when you should launch an EC2? When I want to launch one more server? When is your application performance or availability being affected by a lack of sufficient capacity? How much of your infrastructure is actually being used? How much of your infrastructure is actually being used? So all these things we'll be able to track it with the help of AWS CloudWatch. That is your Amazon CloudWatch. So that is, see, it's not like we just purchase one. Let us say you purchase one bike. Will you check whether the bike is performing well or not? Yes or no? You will check, right, whether the bike is performing well or not. You will. They might have said like that the bike will go for 70 kilometers per liter. But again, when you drive and see, then only you will know whether it is going 70 kilometers or 40 or 50. Right? So same thing. We take AWS and we can check all the resources. We can able to check all the resources, how it is performing, when we want to launch, and all those things. Okay. Now, Amazon CloudWatch. Now, what are the options we have here in the CloudWatch? CloudWatch is helping you to monitor all your AWS resources or applications which is running on top of AWS. It will help you to collect and track. It will help you to collect and track the metrics. It can be standard metrics or customized metrics. It can send you alarms also. Send notification. Alarms means they will send a mail notification. I told you on the budget notification on that time. Similarly, they can able to send a notification on that through SNS. SNS is simple notification service, and it can able to perform auto scaling. It can able to perform Amazon auto scaling or EC2 actions. Then you can able to go for events. Events means one thing happen, I want to notify you. So due to some rules to match the changes in the AWS environment, route these events to one or more target functions or streams for processing. Like your JavaScript functions means what? Like your JavaScript, like your JavaScript. So write this one for CloudWatch. Write this one for CloudWatch. It help you to monitor, collect and tracks, alarms and events. You have written, just put a thumbs up symbol. Just the tick marks. Monitoring, collect and tracks, alarms and events. That's it. Okay. Now, CloudWatch alarms, we have three types of alarms. One is static threshold, anomaly, metric, math expression, and what are the columns we have to specify. So first we see this static threshold. Static threshold is nothing but we give a direct value. We give a direct static value. See here what is happening. Here we are mentioning the condition that whenever the CPU utilization is, that is CPU is utilized more than 100% or 60% for 5 minutes, for period of 5 minutes, average in sense when two servers are running, average 50 or 60 percentage, average two servers 60 percentage, both together 60 percentage for 5 minutes. average, it will launch one more instance. It will add one more instance. For this we need to monitor somebody, na? Somebody need to monitor, right? We cannot let a person to monitor. So there CloudWatch comes. We set the alarm settings, average 5 minutes, static, that is the value which we are giving. Values here we have mentioned 100, we consider as 60. If 60% equal to or greater than or lower than or equal to, it is the values. Okay, so in CloudWatch we have to give only the exact values. We cannot give round figures. We cannot give round figures, and we have to give some threshold values like this average greater than or equal to something. It should be countable. It should be countable. So now what will happen whenever the average CPU utilization of both the servers is going above 60%, it will send a notification to you as well as it will launch a new instance by itself. It will not wait for you to command. It will not wait for you to come and do that manually. Now the same thing for anomaly detection. Anomaly detection is nothing but anomaly means you might have seen this in movies about if a patient is in the hospital. If the patient is in the hospital, they want to they will be, I think when the patient is there nearby there is a machine and that machine will be showing you like this. What is this one? ECG machine, right? So that's what looks similar to anomaly detection. That means 70% once it reaches immediately the another instance will join, another instance will got created. It will not wait for 5 minutes, 2 minutes or average, nothing. Once it reaches suddenly it will start. So maximum will not use this average anomaly detection. Metric math is like this should be average, this should be sum, this should be average, this should be sum. Together it should be like this. When it reaches this value, then only you have to do like that. We can able to give a metric. Specific names, these are just the field names. You can see static, period, metric, what metric we are going to do, what condition we are going to do, any additional configuration you want to set up, or any action you want to take like terminate the instance or something like that. You can able to give it. That's what this actions. It's your CloudWatch alarm. Now, this CloudWatch alarm, as I already told you, it's like it will be not be able to take with the round value, but it can able to say specific value. So it can be applied. The CloudWatch can be applied for all the resources mainly. So here you can able to see first one EC2. Now EC2 they are mentioning it as if average CPU utilization is above 60% for 5 minutes. Is the condition is very clear? Yes or no? Yes, Kiran, Anthony. Is this condition is very clear? Yes. So is it correct or not? Yes. Right? It's correct. So we give it as correct. Next one. If the number of simultaneous connections greater than 10 for 1 minute, that is for the database, this is RDS. RDS is a database, EC2 is a server. This is database server. RDS is database server. Continuously more than 10 connections for 1 minute. You do this. So is it correct statement or not? Is there anything confusing here? Yes or no? It's clear or no? The condition is clear or not? Yes. Yes, Kiran, Anthony. No, we are just mentioning we are not giving any round values. Correct? We are not giving any round values or approximate values. So it should be correct or not? Yes, Kiran, Anthony just mentioned in the chat box. Yes or no? Correct or not? Anthony, you're here. Can you just mention in the chat box yes or no? About 10 they have mentioned, so there is some values there, right? So that is correct. Next, third one, this is S3, storage. Now storage, if the maximum bucket size in byte is around 3, so they have mentioned around 3 for one day. Around 3 means, is it a correct value? Is it any specific value? Just now I told you. Yes, sir. I just now told you it will not accept any round values. We have to specify it. So it is not correct. Okay. Next, if the number of healthy hosts less than 5, now less than 5 means I am able to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Less than 5 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Any 4 out of 4, anything comes for 10 minutes, automatically the load balancer will add one more server. So is this condition is correct or not? Is it clear? Yes. Yes. So that is correct. Next here, if the volume read operations is greater than 1000, greater than 1000 means it can go for 10 seconds. But greater than 1000 means how to extend? Is there any operation? Is there any comparison operator is there? Because everywhere we have comparison operator. Comparison operator is there, but we didn't mention anything about is it read operations on average or a sum. So this is not clear, right? So let us see what are the values. So it is not clear. Now let us check the answers. So first one is correct. Second one is also correct. 10 minutes. Now third one, its round is not a threshold option. So either it has to go less than, greater than, or equal to. And here we didn't mention anything specific statistics. For example, average or volume. Nothing we have mentioned because this is storage, right? Storage should be volume of read operation is 1000 greater than. So read operation volume can be in GB, not operations. So that is again wrong. So this is how the CloudWatch metrics will come. Yes, Kiran, can you read it?
Yes, sir. Amazon CloudWatch helps you monitor your AWS resources and the application that you run on AWS in real time. CloudWatch enables you to collect and track standard and custom metrics, set alarms to automatically send notification to SNS topics, or perform Amazon EC2 auto scaling or Amazon EC2 actions. Define rules that match changes in your AWS environment and route these events to target for processing.
Okay. Now we'll go for auto scaling. EC2 auto scaling. Auto scaling means what? Automatically scaling. Automatically scaling. It is automatically adding. Automatically scaling. Now how it will automatically add as the name itself saying. First one, why we need scaling? For example, here you have the work. Here you compose for one. Here it is 10 servers. Here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it is 10. AC on. ஏசி ஆஃப் பண்ணிருங்க. ஏசி போட்டிருக்கலாம். ஏசி ஆஃப் பண்ணிருங்க. அப்புறம் இந்த லாஸ்ட் சுவிட்ச் ஆஃப் பண்ணு. லாஸ்ட் சுவிட்ச். ஸோ இப்போ I mean sorry. So here you can able to see 10 servers. Now they think that the website will be having more crowd, so they got 10 servers. But what is happening? Sunday only one server. Let us take this one as two servers. Let's take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. So now those 10 servers they have taken thinking that more number of visitors will come every week. But what happens? Sunday 2, Monday 5, and Tuesday 6, and Wednesday 10, again Thursday 7, again Friday 4, and Saturday 3. So we are not utilizing the full servers for the full week. Correct? Now what is the loss here? What is the loss here? We already used the same scenario in the first module for the advantages of cloud. What is the loss here? What is the loss here, guys? Server we bought and kept it, but no customers are coming. Unused server means what? What is the loss here? Loss of what? Yes, unused servers. What is the loss here? What we lost here by taking all the 10 servers? We lost money here, correct? Now here in the same says 2, 5, 6, 10, 7, 4, 3. But we have taken only 8 servers. Now on Wednesday, customers are reaching, but your site is not available. Now what is the loss here? What is the loss here? Customers, correct? So both the scenarios are worst scenarios. So to avoid that, we go for auto scaling. So here you can see when you have 2 servers, it will keep 3. When you have 5 servers, it will have 6. It will have 6, 7. 10, it will keep 11. One buffer it will keep, right? 3, it will keep 4. 4, it will keep 5. 7, it will keep 8. Now it's mainly help you to maintain your applications availability always because we are having one buffer. And also it will mainly what it will do, it will help you to add an instance, a server, and remove a server if it's not working fine or if it's unhealthy. If it is unhealthy, it replaces the unhealthy instances without your interference. Without your interference. It provides several scaling options also. Mainly, it will be providing you manual scaling, scheduled scaling, dynamic scaling, on demand, and predictive scaling also. So there are a lot of types are also there. So it is mainly helping you to enable you to automatically add or remove the EC2 instance according to the condition that you define, and it will detect the impaired EC2 instance and unhealthy applications and replaces the instance without your intervention also. So that's the main part of auto scaling, automatically scale by itself. That is, add or remove your instance by itself. You don't want to do anything. Okay. So just we will see here. So typically go to the weekly traffic of Amazon.com. So in a week you see these many traffic is there. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, everything. Based on this, they have provision. What is the peak season actually? Which is a peak month for sales? Which is the peak month for sales? Yes, October, November, December. So now here you can see in the November month, Amazon has bought lot of servers and kept it thinking that more number of customers will come. But what has happened in the month throughout the only 1 day, 2 day, the crowd came. The remaining days, whatever they have used, they bought the servers they bought. Let us take 20 servers they bought means out of the 2 servers or 1 server only was working. So 75% not used. 75% not used. Only 25% was used in that month. So we go for a loss. We go for a loss. Now how to avoid this? There comes your auto scaling. There comes your auto scaling. So auto scaling mainly you see automatically scaling, auto scaling, which is nothing but a collection of EC2 instances that are treated as your logical grouping for the purpose of automatic scaling and management. Logical grouping means what? Let us take 1, 2, 3, 4. But what they are saying, minimum size is 1. Minimum size is minimum number of quantity is 1. And desired means normally we have 2. Maximum you can go up to 3, 4. Okay, up to 4 instances you can go, that's the maximum. So these 3 are we have to set. Now what is happening, let us say I'll start with T2 micro. I'll start with T2 micro. Now T2 micro I started here. 2 instances I launch with T2 micro, that is 1 and 2. All these 1 and 2 are working on T2 micro. Now very heavy load is coming, heavy workload is coming, that is more number of traffic comes. Can I use this third one as T2 medium or T3 micro? Go for higher configuration for the third one which is going to join. Can I use the third one as a higher configuration or a lower configuration? Is it possible or not? Just put it in the chat box. Is it possible or not? Is it possible or not? Can we add higher configuration when we are adding the third instance? Yes or no? Just mention in the chat box. Yes, Anthony, Kiran, can you just mention in the chat box? Yes, please, please, first mention whether you know or not. That's fine. You mention yes or no. What you think logically. First, answer something, guys. Yes, Kiran, Anthony. T2 micro is the smallest version. When the workload is more, the third instance which we are going to add, the third server which we are going to add, can we add a higher configuration or not? Yes or no? Mention in the chat box, guys. Anthony, Kiran. Yes, you can able to do it. But let me explain you whether we'll be able to do it or not. Let us take a let us take a car. Okay, the car is having two tires, correct? I mean four tires anyway. Now this is like this desired capacity. Now the car tire got punctured. Car tire got punctured or repair. It busted. Will you put a tractor tire here? Yes or no? No. Correct. Will you put a scooty tire here? Yes or no? No. Correct. So same thing. When we start with T2 micro, we have to go with the third one also T2 micro, fourth one also T2 micro. Whatever you are adding, we cannot change. We should not change the configuration of the newly added servers. If you start with T2 micro, the first one, next one, everything should be T2 micro only. Okay. Now same thing, scaling out versus scaling in. Scaling out means what? So this is your normal EC2. Scaling out means adding an instance. Scaling in means terminating an instance. Terminating means removing an instance server. Adding a server means scaling out. Removing a server means terminating. Okay, so write this one and keep it. Scaling in means what? Scale out means what? Adding a server, removing a server. Next, how we are going to add this auto scaling? There are some methods. So first one, we have to start with AMI. As we know, AMI is a launch of a server to template. First EAC to instance we are taking that we have to go with another service called launch configuration. There we have to mention what AMI is this, what type of instance is this, what role I can assign, what security groups, what EBS volume I can attach to this newly joining instance. Will that will help you where they will be able to configure. Now we have to mention auto scaling. When we are mentioning auto scaling, we just have to mention which VPC, which subnet and load balancer we are going to launch it, we are going to connect it. That's what we are mentioning here, auto scaling. So hints here, and as we already mentioned, there are types. You see here types we have mentioned. We have mentioned the types: manual, scheduling, dynamic, non-demand, predictive. So now these are the types. You can see first one, maintain the correct number. That means maintain the current number means there are two instances we are mentioning. Last just now we mentioned two instances the desired one. That is manually it will check whether this two of this instance anyone is unhealthy, it will check. Next, manual scaling. Manual scaling means we have to mention minimum, maximum, desired capacity we have to mention. Next, scheduled scaling. Schedule means automatically schedule, as we already mentioned January, February, March, April, October, November, December alone. I want to schedule 4 more instances. That we can able to add it through auto scaling. That's called scheduled scaling. Next, dynamic scaling. Dynamic scaling means based on the workload, it will automatically add an instance and remove an instance. It will add an instance and remove an instance by itself. Add an instance and remove an instance by itself. Next one is predictive scaling. Next one is predictive scaling. Predictive scaling means how will you predict, like your weather, how they are predicting based on, like yesterday it was raining, today it was not raining, or like today will it rain or not. How will you predict whether yesterday and day before yesterday it was raining or not? Based on that we'll calculate. Same thing, it will predict what is the workload previous day and the previous day, take the average and it will predict whether to add an instance or not. That's called predictive scaling. So we'll be able to set any of these scaling types. That's called your auto scaling types. Now here you can able to see the implementation of dynamic scaling, how to implement. So first is load balancer, and the load balancer is connected to CloudWatch. As we already mentioned a condition here, what if average CPU utilization is more than 60% for 5 minutes, then I have to add one more instance. So for that I have to go to auto scaling. So when your server increase, let us take two CPUs and two CPUs, this one already 50%, let us say 60%, 60%, average reaches for 5 minutes. Automatically CloudWatch alarm will send an SMS notification to the user, and it will inform the auto scaling to add one more instance. Auto scaling, first it will check whether the instance is in a good condition, then it will add in the auto scaling group. Now again auto scaling group, the instance should be registered in the load balancer, because load balancer only will send you the traffic, send you the work. So load balancer also one more time it will check whether the instance is in a good condition or not through listener. Then it will send the traffic to the new instance. Okay, that's the flow. First CloudWatch alarm will keep on monitoring these two, and if above 60%, it will go to the auto scaling and inform them to add one more instance. It will add one more instance, but both will check. He will also check, he will also check whether the condition is in good. Then the traffic flow will be transferred to the new instance. Meanwhile, when the auto scaling auto CloudWatch also will send an SMS notification to the user. SMS means simple notification service. Okay, this is the main picture of this auto scale. Now this auto scaling is not only for EC2 instance, there are EC2 instance. Just now we learned about EC2 auto scaling. You see EC2 auto scaling. Now this EC2 auto scaling option is not only with EC2, it can be applied to other resources also. What are those? So mainly it will provide a simple powerful interface including EC2 instance spot fleets. Spot fleets means multiple servers. Multiple servers. It will also support auto scaling, can be done configured with Elastic Container Service, that is ECS also. It can be combined with, it can be connected with, and auto scaling feature is available for DynamoDB also, DynamoDB and indexes, and it can be able to have an option with Aurora replicas also. So auto scaling feature is enabled for these four things alone, not other things. You can able to use this auto scaling option, which is available in EC2, ECS, DynamoDB, and Aurora. So why we want this auto scaling? Because it will help you to monitor your application and automatically adjust the capacity to maintain the steady, predictable performance at the low possible cost. So automatically it will scale by itself. Coming to the end of this section, yes, yeah, Anthony, can you read it?
Yes, sir. Scaling enables you to respond quickly to changes in resources needed. Amazon EC2 auto scaling maintains application availability by automatically adding or removing EC2 instance. An auto scaling group is a collection of EC2 instance. A launch configuration is an instance configuration template. Dynamic scaling uses Amazon EC2 auto scaling, CloudWatch, and elastic load balancing. AWS auto scaling is a separate service from Amazon EC2 auto scaling.
Okay. So now these are the extra topics only, which I'll just cover it for your additional purpose only. The three that is over. Now automatic infrastructure. That means overall your infrastructure we can able to manage with the help of one of the service called Cloud Formation. What it will do? It will help you to model, create, and manage a collection of AWS resources like EC2, so S3 bucket, VPC, everything together. I want to manage. I can able to use this Cloud Formation. It can able to help you to create, update, and delete the stack. Stack means what? Stack means one above the other. Correct? So it's a stack. So EC2 auto scaling group, elastic load balancer, auto scaling group, EC2, then database. Like that, we can able to create a stack. It enables the orderly and predictable provisioning and update of resources. Enables version control. Version means version 1, version 2. So version 1 means we just arrange it EC2, auto scaling, and load balancer. Now DB. Now this is rearranged to DB, or adding, removing DB, only EC2, auto scaling, and this one. So this is another version. So version 2. Whatever you are doing is GitHub, na? GitHub, that is version control. Same thing, version control also it can able to do it. Now here is a sample you see. First we keep a template of stack. That template will upload it in the cloud formation. Through it can be stored in S3 bucket also. From there you can take it and run the stack. You see this is route 53. This is just now we learn auto scaling group, then load balancer, then EC2. Now all these as a stack. Now this stack will check whether the updated stack is good or not. If it's not good, we'll delete that stack, or drift. Drift means someone is coming and editing your template. This is possible. So cloud formation is nothing but IAC. IAC is nothing but infrastructure as code. IAC, infrastructure as a code. That's what we are learning in the Terraform and all those things. Terraform and this IAC cloud formation is same. Okay. Next one is quick start. Quick start means, as the name itself says, quickly start. So it's a golden standard deployment. That means it's already having everything, the best practices, everything it's in the safe. It will help you to create the entire architecture. You see, entire architecture in one click with less than 1 hour. So that the entire architecture you don't want to build. Already the template is there. You just have to customize it. As just now, I mean, I told you that Zomato thing now already the structure is there, we can able to use it. So it mainly can be used for experimental purpose, and based on our architecture it will help you to deploy all the popular solutions on AWS, which is running on top of AWS, and it will give you the best practices also. It's like all the template is there, you just have to use. Nowadays you have websites na, website templates. Is it necessary we have to go and start with HTML, CSS, JavaScript? No, already the template is there, we can take and use it. Same thing. Next, systems manager. Systems manager is nothing like your task manager. Like in your computer, task manager knows everything, right? what and all happening and everything. Same thing here. It will gain the operational insights and take actions on the AWS resources. So it will automatically automates your operation tasks, simplify the resource and application management. It will manage servers on premises and in the cloud also. Simplifies resource and application management, manage software inventory, configuration across fleet. Fleet means fleet means more and more servers also it can able to handle. How it will handle? You see here, it will keep a monitoring tool, it will keep an agent, it will keep an agent installed in all the servers. The server agent will send the messages to the systems manager. Systems manager will know everything. So now this manager can able to take a decision, update, manage or configure new things, it can able to do it. So systems manager alone have the capacity to do everything. That is like your run command, maintain window, parameters, store automation, documents, inventory, state, session patches, everything can be done only by the systems manager. Okay, it's like your task manager, as I told you, it will know everything, whatever you want to know in the insights, what the insights you want to get from an AWS account, that will be stored here. Next, API gateway. As API gateway, as the name itself says, it's one of the entry point. API gateway, application programming interface, which will help you to create, publish, and maintain, monitor all the secure APIs, which will act as an entry point for the backend resources of your application. So it will handle hundreds of thousands of API concurrent API calls also, and it can able to handle workloads which will be running on EC2 instance, Lambda, or any web application and real-time communication applications also. So you can able to host and use multiple versions and stages of your APIs where it can able to use all the configuration also. That means it can able to handle the workloads on your EC2, Lambda, or web applications like this. You can able to see here any mobile application or website or AWS on premises also. Through internet first it will go to CloudFront. CloudFront will fetch us to push it to API gateway. API gateway will go and check whether it is already in the database. And CloudWatch monitoring also happening. So if it is there in the database, it will just allow you to access the Lambda function or whatever the resources that you want to access in the AWS, that will allow. So Lambda function, EC2 instance, Amazon VPC, and AWS services. So all these things are there. So you can able to access through API gateway. API gateway, as the name itself says, it's a gateway to check your application user interface. That is your checking point. Next, SQS. SQS is nothing but simple queue service. That is, queue service means like your mobile messages. Mobile messages. Now, mobile messages, when you switch off your mobile, is all your messages are coming? Is it getting delivered? When you switch off your mobile and switch on after 1 hour or 2 hours, what is happening? Is your messages are coming at that time? For example, 10 to 12 o'clock you switched off your mobile, 10 o'clock some message they have sent, normal message. Will that message will come to you at 12 o'clock when you switch on the mobile? No, it will not come because it is already in the queue. It is already in the queue. So the message is producer and the consumer. He will send the message, it will get stored in the queue. Consumer will only pull the message and then it will read and delete it. This is called pull mechanism. So full messages in the queue service, messages are encrypted only, stored until they process and delete. So you can able to see what the time they might have sent a message. That message will come to you in the evening or the next day or after some time only it will come because of the queue. So main thing, it will act as like a buffer place. Buffer means what? Some temporary place to store that. So it is mainly between the producers and consumers. It's mainly between the producers and consumers. It's the SQS. So here you see in the queue there are some types, two types are there. One is standard queue, another one is first in first out. Standard means, as I told you, the same message might be repeated again because you switch off, right? If you switch off your mobile at that time, the message comes, it will be in the queue, it will process one time or two time also. So that's what standard queue, but there might be no order. You see, there might be no order. 1 2 5 3 4, right? The condition here is at least one time you deliver it. That's the condition. Best effort ordering. Try to best effort ordering. Nearly unlimited throughput. Throughput means bandwidth. Bandwidth it will throw. Bandwidth means it will fast. It will come. But the thing is, the network and the devices, producer and consumer should be that. I mean, consumer should be able to receive it. Another type is in that same queue type is first in first out. That is, whoever comes first, he will go first. Then other again. But the conditions here are first in first out, exactly one time only process, high throughput. Here also highly throughput is there. Now SNS. SNS is simple notification service. Notification means email. Notification means email. Just now we saw in the CloudWatch, now it will send an email. Now email is how it's coming. It will follow the push mechanism. Push mechanism means it will go with publish and subscribe. That is who is the publisher and the subscriber, like your youtube or Instagram or whatever it is. When they subscribe for particular channel, whatever post they are posting, that will get come to you, that will come to you, correct now? That's called as subscription. Now what it will do, it will also support encryption topics using customer master key. Like KMS, we have customer master key which will use to store your username and password, that is access key and access ID. Now here it is push and pub method and push mechanism. There it is pull mechanism. Here you see what is happening. As I told you the example, publisher, that is your YouTubers. When the YouTuber put a topic in the YouTube, upload a topic in the YouTube, it will go to all the subscribers as a message. Correct, no? That is called push mechanism. So publisher command that pushes a message to the topic, that means your YouTube. Publisher, subscriber component subscribes to that particular topic will get receive a message. These two methods are also there. So publish can be able to send the SNS topic to SMS email also, or a website also, or a short message like your normal message, or it can put an into an SQS queue also it can put, and lambda function also it can able to trigger also, it can able to trigger also. So all these things are possible in the SNS. Now comparison you can see, this is producer and consumer, this is publish and subscribe, this is send and receive. Here it is delivery mechanism is, it is push method, it is pull method. Here it is many to many, many people can get SNS. SQS is one to one, only queue only one by one only queue. Message persistent, persistence means the message will not be there once it pushed, that's it. Here the message persistent will be there until it get delivered, it will keep on coming. This is just the comparison. Coming to the end of this section, we discussed about elastic load balancer, CloudWatch, auto scaling, load balancer, then systems manager, SNS, SQS, and all those things we discussed. So here you can able to see the 25 terms very beginner should know. What are the terms? What are the top 25 cloud terminologies? Now coming to the knowledge check, which service would be used to send alerts based on Amazon CloudWatch? Just now I discussed. What is the answer for this one? Yes, simple notification service. Okay. What about others? Okay, we'll go for this. So answer is correct. A, simple notification service. Fine. So guys, we have completed these all the 10 modules. So tomorrow only one lab will be seeing it, and we'll be closing this end of this program. And I'll send you the documents. I think whatever I have left out, I think till what I have sent you, the remaining documents, till this 10 documents fully I will send you, and I'll upload the videos also. So you guys, what you have to do, you guys have to finish the educate labs. Okay, educate labs and get the batches and share it in LinkedIn. Tag my name so that I will come to know whether you have completed or not. I'll send you some question papers also for your exam preparation as well. Okay guys, so see you tomorrow at the same time. Have a nice day. Thank you.